Hey, what's going on, Cancer? Cancer, thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate your time and your energy. How are you guys today? I'm doing just fine. Cancer, this is going to be a read for February of 2019. The topic of discussion is going to be secrets. Basically, this energy, or excuse me, the intention of this read is going to help identify energies that just might not be so obvious to you. Things that might be working behind the scenes that you might not be aware of, okay? It also may uncover certain things that either are being kept from you or things that you might be keeping from others. Okay. So Cancer, with that being said, this will be for my Cancer sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Also Cancer, if this doesn't resonate to you, then just take what does and leave the rest. Okay. Please do not try to force this to your particular life or situations. All right. You can always check out your other signs. All right, please, Spirit, allow us to be able to interpret your messages for Cancer, for the topic of any secrets that are around or lurking around Cancer for the month of February of 2019. Is there any energy or dark energy that Cancer needs to be aware of? Let's see. Okay. So the card that we have here is Pitiful. All right. Okay, Cancer, I do feel as though there's this energy of being like tied down to something, maybe feeling a little bit like almost like you're trapped and like you can't really do much to get out, kind of like this hopeless feeling, kind of like... It's almost like you're tired, like you're giving up. Like, it's like, whatever. Like something is just hopeless. It's never gonna do this, you know? Yeah, I do sense like this energy of giving up on something or someone. Maybe because you feel as though they will never get it right, or they are like kind of a lost cause. Or the situation is a lost cause. What do the messages have to add here? Okay, so we have my heart is telling me, just do it. Okay. I see what I'm picking up on, Cancer. I feel I'm getting like you're at the last straw with something. I feel like you've maybe exhausted all of your particular options. All of the options that you can at least think of at this moment. I feel like you've exhausted all of those. It's like you can't do anything else. Your hands are tied. It's a hopeless situation. You know, it's just like, freak, I'm not going to win here. So your heart is telling you to just do it. So are you giving up? Are you saying that you want to put something to an end? Are you saying that or are you feeling that, you know, something is just not going your way to such a degree that it's just a lost cause to even try? Is that something that you may not be communicating to someone? Or is this something that someone may not be communicating to you at this moment? Well, let's take a look at the tarot to clarify this energy. Wow. Usually I pull 3, but 5 actually wanted to come out. Jesus. So we got the Devil card. Jesus. The Ten of Swords. The Prince of Wands. The Ace of Cups. As well as the Tower card. Okay. Wow, Cancer. Okay, so, all right, this is what I see here. This is what I see. So I do feel as though, yeah, Cancer, you're definitely like approaching your wit's end about this, okay? You are literally at the breaking point, okay? There's things that I feel like there's things that you want to do. There's things that you want to handle. There's things that you want to move towards. However, what you could be feeling is that in spite of that, there's things that you have to deal with right in the now, or at least maybe from your past, okay? So the first thing I do pick up here, Cancer, some of you might be dealing with, some of you definitely might be dealing with a Capricorn for sure. If not a Capricorn, maybe a Scorpio. But I do feel, but I mean, it doesn't have to be. So I'm just calling signs at this point, but it doesn't have to be those. But whoever it is that you're dealing with, Cancer, I feel as though they're in a struggle right now. They are really dealing with some shadow aspects of themselves. I feel as though they do feel the pressure, Cancer, okay? So maybe you might not be really telling them exactly what you might be getting ready to do or what you might be considering, but I feel as though they can feel the pressure here, Cancer. And I think what you may be considering doing here, some of you may be considering letting this person go. Some of you may be considering letting this person go because they really, I don't feel like they've been able to prove to you that they can live up to a certain expectation. Or maybe a certain expectation that maybe you guys set and planned together. And this is like, okay, well, you know, we needed changes to occur, but, you know, you're not making any changes here in this situation. So now you have to put it to an end. You needed them to come kind of, you needed them to like kind of come off of maybe some sort of like addictions or some sort of dependency. You needed them to. You really wanted them to. But here with the Ten of Swords, I do feel like is you guys are really at that point to where it's just like, you know what, I'm just going to put myself out of my own misery and I'm going to charge in a whole nother direction here. I do feel like, yeah, there's definitely a lot of love between this person. You know, you do have a lot of love with this person, Cancer, but you know, your heart is telling you what your heart is telling you. And there's definitely some major shakeups and some major changes that are about to occur. But the thing about it is that they're going to occur whether or not, Cancer, you really kind of make it happen or not. And I mean, I'm not telling you to break up with your person. I'm just showing you guys what the cards here say. And, you know, if you resonate to it, then just let me know. If not, then, well, you know the deal. So I'm feeling like, Cancer, there is going to be a major shift, a major change. Definitely, for sure. The thing about it, though, is that you do have a little bit more control here than you think. Okay, maybe you feel as though you've exhausted all of your options. Yeah, you've exhausted all of your options as far as making this thing work. But you do have one more option, and that other option it would be, of course, to just kind of let this thing really come to an end and make certain changes on your own. Okay. Otherwise, what's going to happen is Spirit's going to do it for you. And it won't be as, you won't have as much control in that. And it happens all the time. Happens all the time. That Tower card is there. I always feel like the Tower card is always like a warning card. You know, it either symbolizes that something is really about to change, or it actually speaks to the changes that are occurring at the moment. In this case, I do feel like it is a little of both. It's kind of where, you know, maybe things are really internally changing for you, Cancer. And, you know, here you are about to make that change become a reality. Or it can happen from the outside in where, you know, things really start to crumble on the outside before you actually make the before you actually make the choice to really come out with how you're feeling. I mean, this may not be like a secret, you know, or a huge secret that someone would classify as, You deliberately kept a secret from me kind of thing. This is more so like of just something you just probably don't even tell anybody. It's just something that you just really keep within yourself. But you do have a lot of love for him. You do. Y'all got a lot of love for each other. I don't know, maybe, I do feel like maybe possibly, maybe you guys were going through some deep, dark point together in your life. Maybe you both dealt with addictions, or you both dealt with something that just kind of kept you guys bound. You guys could just be feeling like you've been bound to each other for such a long time. And then now it's just really time for the cycle to be over. One of you at least is feeling that way. You might be dealing with a Leo or Cancer. I just maybe see this as you taking on this Leo energy. Or fire sign energy, Leo, Sagittarius. Like this action orientated, like this is you really taking action. All right. What's keeping this going? What's keeping this secretive energy going? Love. Yeah. Love is what's really is keeping this going. You haven't really expressed this because you don't want to hurt your person, Cancer. I see that. I see that with the Ace of Cups. You don't, and then now the Love card, true love and fidelity. You don't want to hurt them. You guys have come down such a long road together and may have possibly even helped each other. But I think Cancer, maybe some of you are just getting to the point to where you might just need more, or you feel like you just maybe need to explore a different direction somewhere. Or it could just be with the Ten of Swords here, it could just be this ongoing cycle of, you know, with the Ten of Swords and the Devil, is like, could be this ongoing cycle of, you know, from like how people go in and out of rehab. And I'm not saying you've been going in and out of rehab, maybe some of you, but more importantly, it's just like, you know, how you go back to something bad after, you know, progress. And then it's like you go back, like, I feel as though someone is tired of that. And they're just feeling like they're just in a pitfall or a pitiful situation where it's really hopeless and dark, and their heart is really telling them to move forward. So where can the truth be found, or how does this truth or this openness or the light, how is it shown here? All right, the winds of change. Your surroundings will undergo transition. Yeah, so you're just going to have to go through it, Cancer. You're just going to have to go through it. You will survive it. You will survive it, okay? Because even though it didn't come up in here, honestly, the card after the Tower is what? The Star, right? So just continue to have hope and continue to have faith, right? If you're holding on to something that's heavy, I do feel that. I definitely feel the heaviness of it here. But again, it's not something to the effect of as to say, well, you know, so-and-so told me not to tell you this, or so-and-so, you know, wanted me to keep this from you. It's not anything like on that type of a secret level. Again, it's more so of this is like something that you've been feeling for a while, and you really haven't been open or communicative about it. You've just been really kind of letting things go on and on. But at the same time, I do feel like, yes, you have tried to fight to change the situation, only stopping short of, you know, actually ending the cycle with this person or with this situation.